everyone, welcome back. Today I have Becky with me. She is the gorgeous daughter of Mary, the one from Arizona. They flew in with their haircut. I'm so excited. Absolutely gorgeous. Yes, this is natural hair color. She is super plus. Okay, I wanted to show you why it is dry, what we are going to do. So she has super thick hair. And she says it gets really bulky here. And she has a nice swirl, if you guys can see. Her hair grows over and around. So if you have something like that, you obviously don't want to go too short back here because it's going to be hard to handle. So, but it's so bulky here and thick that we're going to soften this up with a little bit of layering and a lot of texture. And then we will soften this up through this area and take that a little shorter. And then bring it into her sides. She is growing this out, and so we are going to just soften this area. But I wanted to show you guys, especially the way, it grows. She has a couple ways, like little swirls here. So it's good for you guys to see out there, if you have this, what to do and what not to do. So yes, keep this a little bit longer so there's some weight that holds, that into place. And then we will soften this. So we will get her washed and then we'll come back and show you the haircut. Hi everyone, I'm back with Becky. We washed her hair, gorgeous Becky, I should say. Okay, we have talked what we are going to do. Her front is still a little bit shorter than the back right here. So we're just gonna bring that length up a little bit just to match that a tiny bit better. So I'm just gonna hold that down with my fingers, cut that length up a little bit. The other thing I would recommend also is, if you want to do a dry cut when people have like bigger calyx or swirls, you're more than welcome to. Some people like to do that more just so they can see how it lays. I'm actually going to do both to Becky. Obviously, I'm just barely trimming that. I am cutting it wet and then we'll dry it. And then I will do any finishing touches that I can see needs to be done. But I did want to cut this wet. But some people really prefer doing a cut on dry hair when there is major calyx. So just keep that in mind. If you would rather do it dry, you can totally do it dry. Okay, so you can see that I just cut that to catch up with this side. So we're barely trimming the side there. Okay, now with her hair, how it swirls around this way and back around this way. Actually, pretty cool thing you got going back here. Now that is talent back here. Okay, we are gonna hold this out. Okay, I'm gonna angle this. Now, she doesn't like a huge stack, so it's not like we're going to go super close and have a huge stack, but we are taking some of this bulk out. Obviously, with this length right here, this length will be the top. So once that lifts a tiny bit, it will lift. So I'm not going to take a ton off up there. So again, I'm going to take another section next to this section, and I'm going to fold it out and follow that guide point. And just trim this. Okay, again, I'm gonna hold this out and take the bulk. And so once we dry it, I'm going to be able to see if we do need to go a little bit shorter, and if we do, that's great. But I would recommend making sure that you have enough weight to hold down the hair for those calyx. And then obviously take it shorter if you can see it needs to be a little bit shorter. So if you can see that that bulk is coming away, where over here, there's a lot of bulk. So see that bulk there? And then right here, it's lighter. It's kind of lifted right there. So you can see that difference. Okay, I'm gonna take this side. Again, I'm gonna fold it out, take some of this bulk out. Again, we are not doing a super tight stat. We're just taking bulk to a little bit of a length through this bottom area. The top of her hair really lays well. But the bottom, like she said and she could feel, it's just bulky through that area. So we're just taking some of that out. So it'll be that much easier. She said it's a pretty easy style. Pretty fast, right? Just kind of easy. So perfect. So you can see that has lightened. And then once we texture, that will also lighten. And then we'll dry. And then we can take some more length here if we need to. I am going to take up this way and double check. Okay. Same thing. Just because I cut vertical, I'm coming up horizontal to check anything to see if it's a little bit off or if anything was missed. Sometimes on the sides you can miss a little bit. So I always like to tell people to go up horizontal if they've cut vertical. How you doing, Becky? Do you want? Awesome. Yeah, she is the sweetheart that brought her mom to come get her hair done. So it's super awesome. Okay, and fold this straight up here. We are going to just trim because we like the length. You like where it falls. Gonna hold this out and just barely trim that, because even if someone, they're liking the length, it's so nice to just barely trim it because then it stays looking healthy. It keeps growing. The worst thing you can do is, if you're growing your hair, a lot of people are like, I'm growing my hair, so they don't want to cut it. That's the worst thing. Because so it's good that you are shaping, and, it's really important when growing out your hair to keep it trimmed up. All right, now we are going to take the thinning shears. We're going to come back through this heavy area. And I'm going to take, of course, I'm not going to come up here by the hair line. You stay away from the hair line. And then once we dry this, if we need to take some more length off, then great, we totally can. But we want to make sure and see where it's at. So I'm doing a tiny bit up through this area, but not as much. You can see I just kind of went one, and one up like this. It just needed a lot more there. So you don't want to do too much, obviously, in areas that don't need it, but enough in the other areas. Okay. Now I'm going to, this is the Dream Coat from Wow. You just need a little bit, not much. This is going to make it super soft and shiny. And where she wears her hair kind of just soft and gorgeous, it's super nice to keep it, like I said, soft and shiny. Okay, we're going to dry this down. With palettes, you want to make sure that you dry opposite how they grow, or just make sure that you put your fingers through the palette as you dry, so it will kind of go in the direction that you are wanting the hair to dry. Like this. And everybody that knows this palette, maybe you know this, if you let it hair dry, it will just go the way the palette goes. So if you want to get away from that, it's important that you dry it, I would ask her, in the direction of wanting it to be. So you can see I'm just kind of coming down with light senators here. That feels good to your nose in your head. Like massage. Okay, now that's about 80% dry. I am going to do the sides a little bit in water. Are you doing good? Okay, smells good. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it smells good. See, that's another thing.
It does.
In fact, that's awesome you said that, because that's one of the things I hear a lot of that. Whoa, that smells really good. She's so good. I'm glad she brought that in.
Sure.
Okay, now I'm going to take the round brush. We're going to come back here. Round brush this down chin.
Yeah, sure, hair color is stunning. I do love it. She's really watching. It's exciting. I definitely have people ask for this coloring. And you just, not really possible to keep it that early.
So you can see this is already, and I haven't even flat ironed, but that is already laying so much better through this area. It's still nice and full, but it's not bulky. I am going to take a little bit more through that area. Not length, but I am going to take more here. Okay, so I'm going to take the flat iron into it, and then I'm going to take a little bit more bulk. But oh, I'm excited, Becky. I think the bulk in the back, you'll really like. I just think it'll be easier to style. You won't have to try to make that bulk fit in. If that makes sense. Yeah, works over. Yes. Good way to put it. Okay, so I'm just coming back here. I'm just using the flat iron to just kind of slapping that in. Yeah, I'm so excited. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take this little bit. So you can see this is laying a little better, but it's still a little thick here. So I'm going to come through, take a little bit more bulk here. You're going to feel 10 pounds lighter. It's okay. So what you're doing with the texturizing, the thinning it out, it still doesn't affect it growing out, right? Right. No, you'll be just fine. If you feel anything at all, it's obviously just needing to be thinned out again, right? And that's a great question. I'm glad you'd asked that. Because some people, they're like, oh, I don't want to do that. I want it to grow out and then be. And I'm like, well, they could so different layer. But yes, so no, it'll just start feeling bulky again. And so as soon as it does that, then you just go do that again. And then it will just soften. But that's super great question. Because people will be like, well, what if I do that and it doesn't? And I'm like, well, you either live with the bubble, which people don't love to live with, you know what I mean? Or just kind of wait till it starts feeling that way again. And then do it again. Do you want any back combing or do you just want it soft? You get back. Do I have, okay. Hey, please play. I literally love these girls. I'm not kidding. I'm like, we should have taken more time so we could go to lunch or something after. We'll be back. Yeah, no, I'm serious. I can't wait. I was telling your mom, I'm like, maybe I should head to Arizona. And she's like, oh, I'll ring up the ladies. I'm like, okay, yeah, right. Let's do it. So cute. Okay, maybe turn you around to a mirror so we can kind of see. How is it? I mean, it's not too full, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to fill the bag?
Yeah. And yours. Oh, yeah. Like much better.
Yeah. Isn't that better? It's just kind of just falling into place now instead of having that full book down there. So
Much fun.
yay, so cute. You're so welcome. Okay, I'm just going to spray it a little bit here. And then I'm going to turn her around so you guys can see that it's a little bit of stack with a layer, but not huge stack. It just takes this bulk away. And we're coming into these sides. Sorry about that. Into the sides. So, okay, you are so pretty. Okay, thank you, Becky. Appreciate that. Thanks for letting us show your awesome hair. Thank you. So you bet. Have a great day, you guys. If you have any questions, reach out. I would love to get with you. And hope you have a phenomenal day. See ya.